Where are you, Cherry? Are you there, Cherry? Are you there, Cherry? What was Paul? Are you there? See now. I'll go and check Collins and see who's on that chat. If that Terry is on it. It's pure Gage as well. And just sit here all night. Let's see, I'll show you me Juventus jersey. I'm a huge Juventus supporter. Can't see a thing. I have it. Wait till I show you this. I'm a huge Juventus supporter. That's it there now. And I've some the other ones as well. There's some of the other ones as well. Like this one here. I've that one there as well. I like that one. Oh yeah, that's probably the best one out of the whole lot of them. And the one I've on me then is I have the away one, but it's getting faded. The left turn is getting damaged from the wash. I do like to get the whole jerseys. I'll show you that one again. Can't see a thing here again. This one was brought out because it's the anniversary. I like that one as well, but the 2019 one is better. I like the 2019 one. And their hair got. That's how nice they are. They're stylish, very stylish. I'm a Chelsea supporter as well, but I don't like their one. Their home one is not as nice as last year, but I have their away one. The yellow one, I like that one. The only thing is I'm worried about is the lettering or the sponsor letters is peeling off. It's peeling. They're damaged from the washing. But let's see now. See the J there is a bit damaged. My hand stuck to it last night and I lifted part of it off with it. But I'm awful disappointed. This jumper now with the lettering on it I washed it a couple of times and it never got any damage on it. That did that jersey. It's very cheap quality, I'd say, but it's not too cheap to get. They're dear jerseys, especially the newer ones. Hello. I don't know. It's all. It's all a big. Is that you, Terry? Are you there? Sure. What can you do on this anyway? I don't know. I want to get last year's jersey as well, but I don't know. I'll have a lot of them. I like the gold lettering and the crest gold and the Adidas sponsorship or sponsor gold as well. It's very nice. The stripes looks nice as well. The brush effect, they call it. But this hasn't much to do with the countryside. There's my mother said there's a fox nearby, a small fox, and it's just over in the old family yard there. There's a man in there now. He's cattle there, and the fox must be going in there eating the meal or the nuts or the animal feed, cattle feed and sheep feed. But I haven't seen. But she has seen them there going in to the yard, the farm yard. That's the only wildlife. I haven't seen any badgers around, but I think they're around. Just hello, Amelia. How are you? Thank you for the nice comments on me videos. I hope you liked them. I'm just talking about the wildlife here I'm in the west of Ireland, and it's quite mild here yet. It's colder in the east. A lot of the leaves has come down off the trees, but there is still some of them on the trees yet, which is unusual for this time of year. They should be all down, but they're not, and it's nice to see them up. Nice to see the colours as well. My neighbour now, I do some gardening for them, and oh, thanks for posting on. You're welcome, and thank you. It's just from a roundabout, and it's nice to showcase it to people, and that maybe are from towns and cities and like the countryside. Because my neighbour, he's a Dublin man. He's next door, and he comes down now and again, and he likes it down here. It gets away from all the hustle and bustle in the cities. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you, Amelia? I hope you're well now. But yeah, I do a bit of gardening for him, and I've a man ordered. He does do all the agricultural work for silage and all that, and he's supposed to cut it, but he hasn't came yet. But it should look nice when he cuts the hedge down for him. Should look nice and trimmed and tidy. It's quite mild here yet. It's about 7 degrees, I think, currently. Some of the animals are still out as well. It's nice to see as well, the sheep especially. They'll be coming in. They'll be coming in another, let's say, about December time for lambing. Because there'll be lambing, early lambing will be about January to February time, Not too bad at all, thanks. That will be great. Which now, Amelia? So that's, I have cats and dogs. Oh, very nice, Amelia. What's Amanda? What are their names? Tell me a bit about them. Be nice to know. We used to have a sheepdog, but plus two birds. LOL. Jesus, it's like a jungle there with all the animals. We currently have no. Oh, when the hedges. Oh yeah, or it will be. Yeah, it's nice to see them trim back this time of year. They don't look too great when they're sort of wild. They're wild looking and they're messy looking. Two dogs, very nice. What sort of dogs are they? We used to have a sheepdog, but he got old and he got into an accident, so we had to put him down. My sheepdog lived to say, yeah, they live a long time now, but when they get old now, they get fairly slow on themselves now. They're not as alert um, they're not as alert, and they're very slow on themselves. He was black and white. Yeah, they're lovely colour, aren't they? Lovely sort of pattern on some of them. They're a lovely dog now. And it depends on now. Some of them can be a bit rough and wild, but others can be nice and quiet and friendly, and they're very nice. They're nice either way, but it's nice to have them friendly as well or quiet. We got another dog in after he passed, that dog, and Prince was his name, and yeah, he was all black now, and he's a nice quiet dog. He was old as well, but he was quiet now. He was a bit frightened, because I possibly could have been abused before we got him now. But as he was trained in, maybe that's because he was trained all right. So sorry about. It's all right now, thank you. I had a dog like last. Oh yeah, he lived to 17 too. Very lovely dog, them lassie dogs. Very lovely. Absolutely beautiful dog altogether. Lovely furry dog. They're intelligent dog as well. Well, Lassie was anyway, but I say that if she was, the rest of the breed is. We had a Labrador as well, and we'd various dogs now. So we had till we settled with the dog I was on about. He was all black. Beautiful dog, lovely person. Yeah, they're great personality altogether. Lovely dog. I never had one now, but I never had one now, but all I know is about them is their just what I seen from Lassie and what I've heard about them as well. They're a great little doggy now. And they're not little, but they're lovely doggy. Let's see what else now. Yeah, we had a Labrador and I have a Jack Russell. Oh yeah, they're a nice little doggy. They're a great size as well. They're not awfully small or they're not awfully big. They're a nice, handy little dog to have, and they're great company. And a collie cross. Oh, that'd be nice. Nice collie cross. Yeah, that's the collies are nice. I can't say Anton because I've no pets now, but I used to have old donkeys as well, but yeah, the donkeys are nice company now. Used to have Let's see now. Well, the last lock I had was three aces. Roxy and her two daughters. There was lovely. She was a grey and white one, and a nice little black one. She was an absolutely gorgeous little donkey. Lovely, friendly ass. You have any cats there on your? You definitely need your dog on the farm. Well, we used to own the farm, but it's not. It's my sister's now. And the farmland is sold to various people. But the yard is is rented out. My sister owns the yard, but she's rented out. I had a Roxy too. Oh, the Roxys are nice, so so they are lovely. There's let's see now, cats. We have a neighbor. The neighbor's cats just come around on neighboring farms. They come around now and again. But yeah, they'd be great for. They're great for the on the farms for the old mice and rats. So there, because when you have a lot of animal feed, grains and that, this just be filled with rats and mice. They're great for patrolling them, anyways. And we haven't a dog, and we haven't a dog at all. Um, yeah, they're nice, and we had them all right. Probably three cats. Yeah, well, um, yeah, there'd be neighbours' cats now that should have farms as well, because we're not near the nearest village to us to be. Let's see, it should be 6 or 7, or about 5 or 6 miles away. Be the nearest. We're quite rural where we are, so it's the cats that comes around there to be from neighbouring farms. That's what I'd say. Wild cats too. Well, yeah, there wouldn't be. There'd be sort of the neighbouring cats now. They wouldn't be as tame as They wouldn't be too tame. So they wouldn't know to be. They wouldn't come up to you, or you wouldn't able to pet them or anything. Well, they'd be suitable for. They're sort of suitable for catching mice and rats. Them cats that comes around. Are you from the west of Ireland? Live in Ireland too. I am, yeah, I'm from the west. The west of Ireland now. It's mild now, as I said, where I am. The Wild West. I was in Dublin there the other weekend. Not weekend, not the weekend that's passed, the previous weekend. My God, it was hectic. Oh my God, the amount of people in it. I went up with my mother, and it was we lost each other one stage. Now we to call each other to find each other again. We were there coming out. Or I don't know Dublin too well now, but we're coming out of Grafton Street, and we went around over the bridge, and then at the GPO I waited at her, and I think she didn't see me, and she walked past me. She thought I might be at the Spire. The Wild Lankic Way, I know. That's right, yeah. That's right, the Wild Atlantic Way. So it's a good stretch of it now. Yeah, let's say no. I suppose. Yeah, I'm on that anyways. Sure is crazy. It is. Oh my God. Well, I was told that anyway. What this time of year is not great. That is. it's without Christmas shopping, and we're the it'll be with the old deals, and there'll be a lot of Christmas shopping, and I suppose coming up to Black Friday as well. It was crazy. Beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous here. We're in a good spot now. We're in beside the beach here, and we're beside the mountain. You look out the front of the house here, look at the beach, and at the back it's the mountain. It's a good spot, all right. And we're on a fairly good land here as well. Good grazing for cattle ground. It's awful now with this COVID. Oh my God, it's awful. Oh, it's crazy. I think Mother said the figures is near 6,000 today. It's crazy. They have to do something about it. But sure, no wonder. But when we were up in Dublin there the other weekend, oh my God, the people, and they're all on top of each other, all right up to you. You stand. You'd have no space to stand at the crossings, the street crossings, and you have to wait for the lights then to go and everything. And it's it's crazy with all the people now, and there's a lot of sort of homeless people as well, which is not nice that they're in that situation. But there's an awful lot in them, which is an awful shame how the government doesn't do it. They don't care. Hard for the elderly. Oh, it's awful hard. It's very dangerous for them now. Mother got her vaccine there, her booster vaccine there the other weekend. Yes, it's not easy. The old vaccines either they knock hell out of you. She was very tired and her arm was sore. I think there'll be another lot. Oh, I think so too. It's looking that way with the figures. Because like there has to be to control it. You know, they say then there's a high amount of people vaccinated, but then there's a lot that isn't, and people that's vaccination. I know a man that's the man that's renting the farm over there off my sister. He's vaccinated, but he still got the virus, but he wasn't as bad with it. It wasn't too bad. He was able to work with it. I got my 2 vaccines too, thank God. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great to have it. You have a great sense of freedom once you get them. It's a great one. The first one doesn't be too bad, I find, but the second one knocked hell out of me. I had to rest the next day altogether. I couldn't do nothing. I was useless. But my mother she's got the booster vaccine, so she's got 3 at this stage. But you just wonder now. It's so new. It's so new, this virus, and they're just guessworking it now at this stage. They're just chancing it. But sure, that's all they can do. That's all the data they've on it. The young people don't want to get vaccinated. Let's see now how will I respond to that. I think they don't want to initiatively. They don't care, but it's that say the likes of nightclubs and restaurants and that's the sort of they're forced to get vaccinated. They're sort of forced to get it because they can't get into these nightclubs, which is being restricted back now, and pubs and restaurants, and they're forced to get it to have that freedom. But yeah, initiatively they don't really care about getting it. I suppose they have that invincible approach towards it that they won't get it, and they're invincible. Yes, the second one was definitely worse. Oh yeah, wasn't expecting it was good for naught. I had to take the day off, so I was so useless. It's just like a pile of dung in the air, good for nothing. Yes, you're right. Yeah. That's what I think, anyways. Everyone has their own opinion, but that's the way it is. I hope now if there is a lockdown, it doesn't affect. It doesn't affect family coming home, because that was a killer last Christmas when you couldn't come home. my family couldn't come home to the home place. I was so tired. Oh yeah, so tired and weak. My God, good for nothing. And I was lying when you're so tired. When you're lying in the bed, you couldn't lie on that side where you got the injection because your arm was so sore as well. Pile of dung, hello. Oh yeah, the whole dung, yeah. And let's see, what was nice. Oh yeah, about coming home. Yeah, my sister couldn't come home. One of my sisters couldn't come home last Christmas, and wasn't the same without her and her partner as well. So I like to have them around because it's nice being out in the countryside, but is my age group now, and that is lonely. It's not much on for us either. I'm into old soccer, as you might have seen. I don't know. I showed me jerseys there. I'm a huge Juventus supporter. I like getting the jerseys. They're nice, but they're not good quality, I find. That made me laugh, Pilot Young. Oh yeah, yeah. We do have them old sayings. So that's it now. It's a crazy world now. It's awful what happened in Europe as well, all the protests and the mess they made. Oh, such a mess they made on the streets. Sure, who'd have to be who'd clean all that up now? Sure, the council, I suppose, but it's an awful mess they caused out in the Netherlands, and they're crazy out there, anyways, and Austria. Are you looking forward to Christmas? I'm looking forward to the family aspect of it, yes. How about you, Amelia? How are you a big Christmas fan, or are you just sort of used to it by now and you're not too bothered about it, or it's a nice time of year anyways. It's nice to, with the old dark evening, it's nice to brighten up in that. And the car that ran into the pier. I didn't see that now, but oh, they're crazy out there altogether. Any little thing at all and they're gone mad. Yes, family too. Yeah, it's nice. That's the nice aspect of it, all right. It's the family now. So it's all right, and all this. This is the worst part. The build up to it is nice, but we might have snow. I wonder now. It's cold enough for it anyway, but I suppose with the early falls of snow out in Canada, and I don't know if there's some in the US or not, but it could blow over this direction now. But that would build up for Christmas. Is hello, Porrick, family means. Oh yeah, hello, Jolie. How are you and how are you and Kay? How are you getting on over there? Good help and most. That's right. I totally agree with you, Amelia. And yes, family. Yeah, at the holidays. That's right. I've now US flag ordered as well. I decided to take the plunge and get one because the time I went over there, I was only in transit to Canada, and it was my first time out of the continent of Europe, and I was awful nervous and stressed and everything. So I didn't bother I didn't get a chance to get a flag because I was only in O'Hare Airport. But when I was in Canada, then I got a Canadian flag in Dollarama. Doing well, thank you. And I'm good, thank you, Jolie. How was your day now? Were you up to much, or what's the weather like over there? It was dry here today now, but it's cold. cold. Well, it was at least it was worse where Paul was. I think they were only about Jesus were only about 3 degrees or something there all day, but here we're about 7. It's nice the holidays. That will build up, as I was saying anyway. It's nice for Christmas. That will build up towards it, but then January does be a bit of a struggle. But you don't miss it going by either. And then you're into February then when you have a bit of stretch in the evenings. There's just be the lambs here as well. You see the March time does be lovely here. You see all the lambs and that all around, the young lambs out and out in the fields with the sheep and that. It's lovely around here. If I could get a right camera, I could do a live on it, but I don't want taking over Paul's either. His live. Oh yeah, sunny now, but raining this morning. 45 F here now. It's no snow yet. Oh, sunny now, but rain. Oh yeah, it's nice out sun. The sunshine does be nice to get it now. Though rain, it's a bit of it is all right, but all day long does be too much. Though sunshine is nice. No snow yet. 45 F. I don't know what's. I'm not too familiar with the Fahrenheit. We were trained into the Celsius or here, or yeah. So I don't know what that should be in Celsius. Do you watch TV? Oh, no snow yet. Oh yeah. Jolie? Were you were in the US now? There mightn't be now. You're up the north, aren't you? Minnesota, are you? I can't remember now. I haven't been on this for a while now. Do you watch TV? I do watch a bit now. I'm this last couple of months now. I've gone mad into soccer, so I watch mainly soccer matches. But apart from that, I don't watch much. Just YouTube videos and that. How about yourself, Amelia? Do you watch much, or what do you like? To Tuck. Oh, sorry, Tuck Key shopping with me. Not his idea. Oh, he's be like the rest of us men. We all stand at the doorway or inside the doorway. A line of us does be. I say he'd be more if you brought him to a tool shop now or work clothes or something like that. Now he'd be in his element. Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, PA. That's right, Jolie. Sorry, I forgot about that now. Pennsylvania is right. Yeah, yes. I think I told you before, but I have relations over there. But yeah, they're over there a good few years now in PA. That's great, Park. I'm a celebrity. Is on tonight. Be very funny. Oh yeah, that's I saw the ads for that. All right, because I do watch those soccer on Virgin Media and I saw that. All right, the ads for this they were funny. The ads for it as well. Ant and Deck, they were funny. The ads they had for them. The ones where he's making the gold stairs and that was a good one as well. Be very funny. Yes, it's just be a bit crazy though how what they've teach and they want to be getting a nice lump sum out for doing all that. But I suppose there anyway, that's the way it goes. LOL, yes. Hurried me along. Oh, I'd say, I'd say so. I'd say so, Jolie. They'd be if you brought him to a tool shop or something now, or a truck shop or something now. Yeah, he wouldn't be in too much of a hurry. Or it'd be the other way around. I have to eat the awful. Oh, yes. Oh, it does be awful, Amelia, altogether. I suppose, as I said, it has to be worth it for them. They want to be getting a nice bit out of it if they're to do all that and I suppose their stashes as well. And it goes up as well for being on the show. But I didn't watch that for years now, but I remember now what I did see in it. Oh, they submerged themselves in old spiders and everything. It was crazy. But what they have to do is harmless to them, though. So it does be. Tonight is Monday night. I say it's on. See. Oh yeah, it's on tonight, Monday night. Oh yeah. I'd say they get great. I'd say so. They'd have to for doing that. I suppose to get it's in Australia, isn't it? There is this location in. Where does it? I think so. Like they get chicken balls and all that they've eaten. Oh, it's wild. But yeah, they have to be on great money. You just start this live stream. Will you be on much? Well, I've Jolie, I I had previous live streams. Now I had it facing out the front window there at my neighbours and that just to show the countryside and that. But I see my car is in the way to show down right at the beach, down at the beach. But you mightn't know the camera mightn't pick it up, and my neighbour's sheep and that. I want to show all that. Well, ideally now, I want to show the back of the house now where the mountain is and all the fields and that. I think you'd enjoy that just to show a nice bit of Ireland towards the and the Irish countryside, which is my channel. And if I could, I looked for a camera now that I could to get that, but see we're at the back of the house. I'm at the front of the house, so it's hard to get at the back of the house with a camera. So I'll just have to think about it a bit more. I'm not going to jump on any decisions yet. I'm just going to think about it and see how I get on. Let's see the great. Oh yeah, will you be on it? Oh yeah, I'll see now. It's just how it depends on now. I thought now this time of night now I can't show you out the window and it's not very entertaining. So I thought I'd talk to you and get to know you a bit more, and that it's nice as well. So I don't know how I'd be sort of a hit and miss about me getting when I'd be going on it. Really, I can't say a guarantee I'd be on it every night or every day, and I wouldn't want to have. If you had a plan to come and watch me, I wouldn't want to disrupt your day or anything like that. Let's see now. I like watching Amelia. I like watching the live feeds of animals. Yeah, I like them as well, especially Paul's and Transylvania. They do be good now, especially at night time. I like to see that show as well. You be a busy man on the farm, Porrick. Well, we don't own the farm, well, my sister owns it, but no, the man that owns it, he does all the work himself. It's only a small little farm now. I used to milk cows on it years ago when I was finished school and that. I used to milk cows on it, so I regret not taking videos of that. I'd have it for memory and that because that's all gone now. We had a dairy farm. Yes, oh, your new post have to watch. We'll look forward to the mountain view. Yeah, if I can get that set up, Jolie. If I could get that set up now, I think he'd enjoy that. Now it's a bit sort of, there's not too much happening. It'd be nicer in the summertime where there'd be animals and silage and all that out the back. But if I could get a camera to, well, I could get a camera and put it out the window there and have it facing at the back, so you'd able to see there then. But it's very quiet this time of year. You'd just be watching, you'd just be looking at the fields and that, and nothing really going on. So I don't want it to be too boring either for you, or you might just like watching that either, just see a bit of Ireland. I don't know, but it'll be better for the summertime. For the summertime when there'll be more animals out there and silage and tractors out in the field and that. Any foxes, poor. There's Mother was saying there's a fox just over the road in my sister's farmyard. There's a small fox there, and she saw him coming out of the yard there and going into one of the neighborly fields. So she, as I was saying, um, there's animal feed in the farmyard. We'd be thinking that she's going in there taking that, and he's coming and going as he wants. But she did see him a couple of times because she does work. Let's see, she works some nights, I think, or some of the evenings, I think. And she saw as she was coming in the car, a small fella, she says. But yeah, that should be. So I'd be in competition with Paul Lynn, and he'd be mad with me. But no, I wouldn't say he would be now. But I could be the West of Ireland fox feeder, and he'd be the East of Ireland fox feeder. If I could get that foxing over here and get a camera and all that. Love your videos of farming. His first job was on a farm milking cows. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the fair, yeah, Cage. He liked them videos as well. If yeah, the farmer ones as well. Yeah, it's hard work now, but it's hard. It's good when you're young. When you're older now, out on the farm and that can be too much now, unless you have a real passion for it now. When you're young now, you can jump over gates and you can jump into tractors and you can jump up on cows and everything. You can do anything. Yeah, I was going to do that. Kay probably have a nice chat with me about it, but I was going to go to America and get on the H2A visa and go driving for a custom farmer, but I got a job in Canada then with a customer farmer, and I went there instead. That's why I said about the American flag. I have one ordered now, just as a member going to O'Hare Airport. Well, yeah, I say Kay was the truck driving. Was he when he was hauling silage and all that? He'd be truck driving and that. Because Jesus, the amount of fields you've out there in America just be wild. The size of them, it's nothing. We've nothing compared to it. My God, the size of the fields out there is crazy. It'd be the size of our townland here. Amelia, is there a live fox feeder in Dublin Park? Saw him here on YouTube. There's Pablo Foxfeeder. His name is Paul. He's a very nice man, and he's very entertaining. In that night time, it's very entertaining with all the people, and you get to meet people, and that is lovely. It's if you just put in Foxfeeder or Fox Heaven Dublin, he'd come up, I'd say. At about, let's see now, at about 20 to 10 at night, or 10 from 20 to 10 to 10 o'clock at night. He just put out the feed for the foxes, and then from then on you see the foxes coming in. It's lovely, and he looks after them well. He's a very good man, and they're in very good condition, the foxes. He looks after them well now, and he's nice cats as well. He's Molly, and he has Wobbly, and he has. Geez, I'm not great with the name. I can't think of the other one's names now. He's 5 of them anyway. Fox, yeah, that's right. I agree. If I mean, it is, yeah, it's tough work now. You'd want to have a good passion for it to stick at it and be physically fit. Fox heaven, that's right, Jolie. That's it. It's very good. So that's it here now. It's summertime here. I suppose, like everywhere else, it's be very active out in the fields and that, and be nice to show you that, and see all the tractor work in the fields, and the sheep and cattle, and I videos up there, short videos about the cattle that was beside me here now. They used to try and eat me clothes, so I made some videos on that, or chew at me sleeves and that. So they were fairly friendly cattle. That's right, Jolie. He was doing field work late at night one night. I went with, fell asleep in the tractor. Was so, yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, Jolie, the field work, the fields are so big where you are now. It's just relentless work on the tractor, and it's I'm not trying to be negative saying that, but it's nice work. If you're a relaxed person, if you want sort of relaxed sort of job, it's great field work. So it is for that, because the fields are so big out there, is that it takes hours to do any job, and it's a good thing because you get to relax, and you can catch up on things. A lot of people just watch videos on YouTube, and that some of the farmers I watch. I watch a man, they are 10th generation dairyman. You might have heard him. He's in PA as well, Jolie, and he's very hard worker. He works there with his father and his uncle, I think, as well, but he doesn't do much now. I think he's trying to buy out his uncle's half of the farm. That's why he's doing the YouTube. That's what he said anyway. And Eric is his name, and they just catch up on YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's very peaceful job, especially when you have all these mod cons, the auto steer and GPS and these modern tractors. Amelia, I was scared of cattle when I was younger. Yeah, they can be frightened now, especially if they're not tame. If they're not very tame, they're rough now. And yeah, I was the same. Now I was afraid of the cattle. When you're young, there's big lumps of animals, and you're a small person, and unless they were an adult now, it's you're which you should be anyways. You should always be. Well, they're saying nowadays there shouldn't be any children on a farm, which is no harm. But then how do you get them into it at a young age? Is the right time to get them into it? Is sort of a catch-22. Actually, our fields here in Pence aren't all that big. We have a lot of hills here. The terrain is similar to Ireland. Oh, that's interesting, Jolie. That's interesting because, I bet where I was in Canada, I was in the prairies. Well, there's the prairies in the US as well, but big, massive fields and flat fields. So yeah, that's why I'd like to. Be nice to travel to PA and look at the farming there, but it depends. Yeah, it's a big country, so it depends on what part you go to. It's quite a diverse country as well, so there's that in it. let's see yeah, they're not all right. Well, that man I watch on YouTube now, they're not that big either. What he farms either, but for comparison to what we have here, they're big now. We have fairly small fields, and even compared to the UK now, when I was over there, they're very big fields, very big over there. Whereas, I think years ago there was something in place where if you made, oh no, was making, no, I think they're even smaller years ago, but they brought something in to make them bigger, some sort of scheme in farming scheme to make them bigger. Yeah, the farming is a nice thing, but it's hard out work. Yes, Pennsylvania has a lot of woodland in the middle west of USA. The fields to go on, for miles, it seems. That's right. There is quite a lot of woodland. I used to watch these books. Don't put videos up anymore on YouTube now. They were into quads and all that, and dirt bikes, and I'd say Kay'd love all that as well. And they were in PE as well, and they showed a lot of where they were with the motorbike or the quads and dirt bikes. There's a lot of woodland where they go to with them, and a lot of trails in them, and it was lovely. It was quite nice actually. Middle West. Let's see, that'd be Middle West. It'd be Nebraska and all there. What you're on about? I was going to go there one time to a custom farmer as well, but I it didn't go through that time, so I went to Canada instead, in Nebraska. A lot of corn there as well, in the Middle West. A lot of truck. That's something that's fairly rare here as well, is truck hauling of animal feeds, or well, not animal feeds, but of, let's say, the likes of silage and that, and hay and that. A lot of out of the fields, like we wouldn't be able to, our sort of gateway, our fields here, the entrance, or the entrance into them is narrow, so you wouldn't be as tight enough to get a tractor and trailer in. But lorries, we wouldn't use. We use lorries for bringing grain and that, but not out the fields. Only from one farm, from the distributor or to the seller to the farm, to use trucks to haul the animal feeds, but not out the fields. The fields would be probably a bit wet as well here, and they're, as I say, they're small comparison. Yes, Kansas, Iowa, etc. Oh yeah, that's right. That's that's all quite a rural and big. Well, Kansas City you have in that, but there's quite a lot of farming out there. I watch another man as well on YouTube, Iowa Dairy Boys. He just he shows all that now, all the farming in Iowa now, and the dairy farming is nice to watch now. You still have there's still a lot in America that has the tie stalls, and we had that years ago, and we don't have it now though, and it's I never seen that before, and it's nice to see it in America, but it's still quite intensive farm, or labor intensive, I should say, because there's a lot of cleaning out from the animals and that. Let's see. There's still there's still some here that use mules to pull the plow. Jesus, that'd be interesting to see now. Mules. They're mules. Oh, be very rare to see a mule here now. I suppose the Amish, they use them. It's lovely to see their traditional lifestyle as well. The Amish, or is it the Amish? The Amish, isn't it? I was never too sure about that. Yeah, America. There's in the US now. There's you still have a lot of traditional ways of working, and that yeah, you have a lot of basic machinery as well over there. Yes, the Amish, Amish, Amish. Yeah, because oh, there's an awful lot of people from in this location here that went over to America that I knew. They went to mainly Boston and New York, and they went into construction though. But even a lot of the construction machinery is quite basic there as well. You don't have many cabs or that. Oh, Amelia. Oh yeah, the Amish Jolly. That's right. Live a very simple life. That's right, Amelia. Um, that's right. It's a great lifestyle. It's a healthy one, I think. It's a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very it's not a it's a very sort of um oh, I have the word there, but it's gone now. It's a very sort of oh, what's the word? It's not as strict, but it's very oh, I can't think of the word. It's sort of strict, I suppose. Yeah, you sort of you have these rules, and well, I suppose you have rules anyway in life, but they're more stricter than these. Um, old traditional way, meal. Oh yeah, that's right, the old way. They don't use any they don't use any sort of big machinery. They've all horses and all traditional, and they help each other out. There's no payment either. There's no sort of um I'll pay you if you do this for me. It's that if you do this for me, I'll help you with that, and it's a nice way as well. As there's no sort of bitterness that way. Then um, I know in Canada they have the Hutterites. They're similar to the Amish, but they're a bit more relaxed. They can go out within the community, not their own one, but they can go out in the normal public community and get some work on that. That's what I've been told anyway. Jolie, my dad's family came from Ireland. He used horses in the field back in the early 1920s. My family actually goes back to before the Revolutionary War. Interesting, Jolie. That is interesting. My God. What part of Ireland, Jolie, did they come from? Media. Bear. Chindering Porrick. Bear Chindering Porrick. Bear Chindering. What was they? How do you mean, Amelia? Now, I sort of lost now. That's yeah, that's interesting. There's some good videos there on YouTube. Um, about uh, about old or traditional farming. What's it called? Old farming videos or so, Irish farming videos. I watch. It's very good. Anyway, it's all their traditional farming, and it shows the horses ploughing, and even when the tractor came in and all that, and thrashing, and all that was lovely. Amelia, flavors for goods. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I know what you mean now. That's right, Amelia. Jolie, they came from Scotland, then fled into Ireland, then came to US. Oh yeah. Oh yes, so there's the Scottish in them as well. There's a lot of that. Yeah, it's there was a lot of that back then as well, and I think a lot of them the final destination was the US, because back I know I can't really comment on Scotland what it was like back then, but Ireland was yeah, went through a lot back then, so um there's a high level of immigration back then. um I suppose with the US being I suppose oh, what's the word? I'm no good at words this evening, whatever is wrong. Um, the land of opportunity. Um, it was the main destination, and I suppose the word's location as well, just the other side of the Atlantic. The worst thing is that it was a fair distance away, so once a lot of them went and never came back. Um, Jolie, Jacob, that's where the uprising. What's that now? Uprising. I'm not sure. I don't understand that, Jolie. Sorry, but Amelia, sorry, Pork. I have to leave for now. It was great chat to you and Jolie. You're very welcome, and thank you for joining us. It was lovely to chat to you too. It was lovely. Take care now, Amelia. Thank you. Enjoy your TV tonight as well. Jolie, what were you saying now? Mind yourself, say. We'll check soon. Yeah. Thank you, Amelia, and I'll chat to you soon again as well. Yeah, there was a lot of that back then in the in Canada as well, US and Canada. Take care, see. That happened in Scotland, hence why some flood. Oh, okay, I understand now. Oh, I understand now, Jolie, what you're saying. I say um that's why that's why we have that connection, Scotland or Ireland and Scotland. Yeah, there's quite a lot of Scottish here in Ireland still. I know a man. He works with natural wood, and he does natural construction as well. Um, he does straw bale housing and all that, and his name of his company is Modern Wood, and he's very good. He's Scottish, anyways, and he's all into that. Natural. He makes things out of natural wood as well, like shells and all that. Thanks, Power. God bless. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you. Um, there was a lot of that back then, all right, and a lot settled in New York and Boston. Boston was a very big, big Irish connection there. That's where a lot of my neighbours went as well. That's the same age group as me, I suppose you could say. A lot of them immigrated there during the economic economy downturn, and it's 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 all well. They had connections over there, so that's how they got over there, really, into Boston. Jolie, oh, that sounds lovely. An old trade. That's right, yeah. It is. It's a rare trade as well. Not too many doing it. It's an old, I suppose, carpentry trade. Making like out of branches. He could take a branch of a tree now and make a shelf out of it, or to hold up a shelf. Something like that now. Or I think he makes doors as well out of them, and make nearly a skirting as well, the skirting board. He'll make it out of bits of out of trees and that. It's gorgeous to work all together. It's very nice feeling to it, the natural feel to it. But that's it now. There's a lot of that going on back then. Was the immigrating is right, and still is, I suppose. I don't know what else to say. Let's see, how's the battery doing on this now? This battery on this laptop isn't great now, but so I charged it fully there earlier on. See, Jolie, actually the mountains of Virginia had a lot of Irish settling there. They lived off the bounties of the chestnut trees. Till the chestnut bill plantation. Jesus, that's interesting. In Virginia, my God, the travel fair, and in the mountains. Jesus, that's interesting now. And I just wonder would there been? I remember watching a film, all right, and was something like that where there was Irish settled in sort of inland America now. I can't remember it quite, but it was an Irish family that settled there. It was all that sort of era or that time was in the early 1900s. They came over now, and it was you'd be surprised now how far they travelled throughout the US and settled. It wasn't just the east side. It went as far as the West California and even as you said there, Virginia and all them sort of states. Midwest and all that. Only a good series of books to read are called the Foxfire books. Tells about that event. Oh yeah, jeez, that would be interesting. Yeah, I must look that up. All right, the Foxfire books. Be about all that time. All about that time. All right. all that sort of when they settled and that. Be interesting to see how they lived as well. I suppose they lived as they would have in Ireland. They set up crops and all that. As you said, there was a elm trees, chestnut trees, chestnut bilblight. Jesus, lived off the. Oh yeah. Surely history is fascinating. Love reading it. Yeah, it's interesting now. It's especially sort of that time as well of history is very interesting, and how they went through so much and how they got through it, and that it's very good to learn about, and it's a good lesson to learn about how they lived back then and how they got on and the challenges they had back then, like compared to, well, we've challenges now, but in comparison now, well, I suppose we've quite a big challenge now, but there's a lot of big challenges back then. There is some very good books out there, but my sister, she'd be all into that now. She's a primary school teacher, so she loves reading and she's very big into history as well. Especially about Irish history as well. I don't know any I don't know any books now off the top of my head now about history or that I could tell you about. It's awkward lying in this position now. Julie, yes, some think they have it rough now. They would have not survived back then. They wouldn't know. That's for sure. What they had to go through back then, blights and famines and mass immigration, and there was no fancy go to the airport and get on your plane, go through security and customs and get something, a snack or a bit of a meal in one of the restaurants in the airport, and then and wait on your flight and board on your plane, and off you go, and you get there and get your taxi or your train or your bus to your destination. There was none of that back then. It was you get on the ship, and there's a very good film now. I really enjoy watching it. It's usually on during the Christmas time. Oh, I can't think of nothing this evening now. Oh, it's about it's Saoirse Ronan. She's in it. She's very good now. She's Jolie. Also the Great Depression here and the same. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was tough times. So it was, and rationing and everything. My God, they had a tough back then. Rationing food and materials and everything. It was tough now. It was a tough life back then now. Brooklyn is the name of that film. Saoirse Ronan is in. It's very good. It's about sort of, if you didn't watch it now, it's about how she immigrates from Ireland to New York or to Brooklyn, and she finds her way around it, and she meets an Italian bucker. He's American Italian or Italian American, and they get married, and it's very good now. It's very good to show. Well, yeah, that's what brought me onto it was she went over on the ship on the boat, and how they got so how it was so rough in the sea, and how they got seasick and everything was quite rough, and that's I was just comparing that to nowadays here. They find it hard, and well, it does be, but comparisons to that now on flights and that compared to them how they went ships back then, and it's been so long out at sea compared to now. You've from here to New York, it's about 5 hour journey, I think, and whereas back then it was days you're out in the sea. Uh, that is nice. Your sister is a teacher. My dad and brother were all very good. The primary school is it, or let's see it. This is where I get. It'll be elementary over there. I think is the equation to over there. I think primary is elementary over there. I think elementary was it? I think so. Yeah, sort of from the age group of uh, about 6 years of age to 12 is her sort of age. Well, she doesn't teach all of them, but she teaches a certain class of them out of it. That sounds like something worth reading. Yes, tough times. That's right. Yeah, very tough. They'll see and that. There's a YouTube video now that our local drama group created. It's called The Chronics of Oz, and it shows all that back in them times, immigration and all that, and how they lived in Ireland back then. It's very good. Yes, elementary also taught young ones. Very good. There's a lot of there's that in your family, the teaching in your family. It's the same with my family as well. My sister and my my great grandmother was a teacher as well. So there's that. It runs in the family, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It can be tough now, especially nowadays. There's so much problems. Children have so many problems nowadays. It's tough teaching nowadays. Especially my sister now. She has a couple of children with autism, and it's quite. I think it's mild they have it, but it seems like it's severe how they have it. But she said it's one is bad enough, but two is quite hard to deal with. I know it's not the children's fault, but it's just it's tough for everyone to deal with. The child themselves and everyone else. It's a rough foul. It's a rough thing to have. Elementary, yeah, that's right. I was thinking that was the equation over there to here. Then high school over there would be secondary school here. Yeah, that's how it goes. Jolie, yes. It's tough for teaching nowadays. Parents are a challenge to deal with also. That's right, yeah. There, the parents, oh, the stories I hear now is quite tough now, and they're very challenging as right as the parents, and they want their children to be the best, and if it's you have to be the best, and if you bring up any issues saying that the children if their child is misbehaving in school, oh no, their child can't be misbehaving in school. your child is the best, even though they don't want to admit to that, and they try and push it on you. Then that you're the problem. That's what I've heard anyway. It's tough everywhere. It must be like that. Must be like that in every country, or nearly every country. Anyway, I can't say I don't have that experience. She was teaching in guitar as well. That's quite popular nowadays. As teachers going out to Qatar and UAE and all them Middle Eastern countries, because the rich Middle Eastern countries, because Qatar now they've hit the jackpot with oil, and it's becoming it is a rich country now, and they're with this World Cup and that they're putting a lot of infrastructure into it that used to be there one time, and the children there now they want to have the best educated, they want to be the best educated, and they're bringing in say English speaking teachers there from the UK, Ireland, New Zealand, America, all them countries. They're bringing in teachers to teach their children English, and teach them in general as well. Jolie, yes, it's sad. They will blame it on the teacher. I say learning learning begins at home. Manners. That's true. Totally true. Definitely, it begins at home. I suppose the child learns from the parents. That is totally true. I totally agree with that. I suppose the child is only so many hours a day in school, and the rest at home. So a lot of learning takes place at home in general. A lot of their personality. Well, it's also from the school as well, but more so at home. So that's it in the guitar, and that they want their children to be the best there, because I suppose they're they have the money now to educate their children, and they want the best for them. And when we're in such an international or a global economy now, or trade, global trade, I suppose, there is from big contenders like the US and that they need to have that English speaking, and they need to contend with that, and say their competitors. They have competitors as well, like the English speaking already, and they have to be ahead of them and all that. Especially like when they have the oil and that, and if they have to trade that with big contenders like the US and that, they need to have that ability to speak English. Jolie, oh yeah, you already said that. So that's the way it is now. There's awful work with this UK as well. The Brexit, them exiting the EU. It's awful work, and it's affecting Ireland quite a lot as well. A lot of, you look up online, and you think you're getting the item for cheap, and you go to the checkout then, and you realise then you have these taxes and all this to pay for then, and it's not as cheap as it initiatively was. Look, seem a bit sleepy, so I will let you go for now. Take care and talk to you later, love. Chatting with you live. I hope to see you again soon. Okay, as Cassia. Hello. I agree with your thoughts. That's all right. So, that's all right. Oh, there's more. Jolie, you are a very knowledgeable young man. I admire you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me, Jolie. And yeah, okay, you need to feed him now. Take care and thank you for joining, and thank you for your kind words. And I'll talk to you later. That's how I'll say it. Yeah. I might go on to Paul's live now anyway. I've had enough of this. Yeah. Sure, I'll talk to you then. So bye now. See, will Terry? He won't come in. Where's that old Terry? He's there, Terry, but he won't say nothing. And I'm getting the US flag now, hopefully the 3rd of December. So I'll hang that up on my wall. And I'll see about putting up the Canadian one. I'll put the two up together to show I've been there. That's it, she's gone. You're gone, Jolie. I'll go as well, so. That's it, Cherry can watch